a smile and a friendly word. I make it clear, getting people their Wi-Fi one at a time, no fear. From the old folks to the kids, I give it my all, making sure everyone's online. That's what I do, that's my call. I'm the Wi-Fi whisperer, here to help you connect, one person at a time, making sure you're never left behind. I'll fix your router, show you how to sync Wi-Fi. Whisperer, making your life so simple, so kind. In the coffee shops, in the libraries I roam, teaching people how to browse, how to log on. No question is too small, I'll answer it with care. Wi-Fi whisperer, here to light up your days everywhere. From the old folks to the kids, I gave it my all, making sure everyone's online. That's what I do, that's on the Wi-Fi whisperer, here to help you connect, one person at a time, making sure you're never left behind. I'll fix your router, show you how to stay Wi-Fi. Whisperer, making your life so simple, so kind. I'm the Wi-Fi whisperer, here to help you connect, one person at a time, making sure you're never left behind. I'll fix your router, show you how to sync Wi-Fi. I'm the Wi-Fi whisperer, here to help you connect, one person at a time, making sure you're never left behind. I'll fix your router, show you how to sync Wi-Fi. Whisperer, making your life so simple, so kind.
Hello, and welcome to another podcast. Got a few things I want to touch on in this podcast. First thing, looks like May the 2nd, I will be heading to Florida to get my hands on helping somebody install fiber as a full-blown fiber network, as the OLT and GPONs and stuff like that, and maybe even get to go into a data center again. That was just a blessing the way I look at it. You know, if it wasn't for YouTube, I would never got to do all the other traveling that I've done about internet. In the RV park that I'm in myself, that I have an RV in, I will be replacing I can't remember exactly which ones they are. It's been up there for so long, but it is a point to point for the backhaul itself to get from the residence that was so generous of letting us get a connection there and be able to send it over into the park to my RV, and then I'd redistribute it out there. Over time, things have gotten to the point where I can run more fiber. When I started doing this as the hobby, I didn't even think about running any fiber. It was all going to be Ubiquiti's equipment. But I have been graciously blessed abundantly of be able to run fiber. And I see this as another opportunity to run more fiber to make the network not only for myself, but for the whole park, a better system. That particular setup that that I have there, I'm going to start working on it actually tomorrow. I've already gotten the new box outside and mounted. I will be relocating the backhaul modem that is located in the residence at this moment. The downfall having it in the residence is, say, in the middle of the day, whenever, and it needs a power cycled. And if they're not home, I have no way to get to it. So I've decided to put it back outside. I had it outside at one time, but the box itself, the fan and all, something I put together because I didn't find any reasonable boxes at the time of using, because the finance of what the WISP was actually bringing in. This was back when I actually started back in 2020. Now, since over time, I've gone from 2 or 3 RV parks, and now I got 13. Well, the finance gives a little bit more lenient of be able to purchase things to upgrade the networks in each park. So since that has come about, I'm going to replace all the boxes that holds the modem, backhaul modems, up to the metal boxes that you've seen in my videos that actually has a fan and a thermostat in it, and they work wonderfully. They're waterproof. They stay nice and cool. I've already got that mounted outside on this particular network. I will be taking the backhaul modem and relocating it, rewiring it, and put it in the box outside and run a new wire, Ethernet wire, into the home and feeding the Air Cube so they can continue to have internet. Then I will be running fiber from that outside box over to my RV. It's about, according to Google Maps, I measured it out, it's about an 800-foot run. It's going to be interesting exactly how I get it from point A to point B. There's 2 different options, and I think I've figured out which one I'm going to take. But that will be in a future video. I got to locate the fiber I've already gotten from my RV over to the second tower that's actually in the park. I know general what location that is in, but I don't know exactly where at in the ground. So I have purchased a line finder, and it has come in. It's a very easy equipment to use. Just clamp it onto the messenger wire on the fiber and go out and find out where it's at with the other the other part of the machine. As soon as I find out exactly where that is, then I know where I can bury the second fiber line and get that up and running and be able to take them point-to-point radios down and utilize them somewhere else, perhaps in the new RV park. because where he's planning on putting his office is across the road, and most likely we're probably just going to put a point-to-point on a bandwidth of 80, so to feed the whole office and anything else they need in that area. But I'm going to be running fiber there. I'll be going around each RV park. The first one I'm going to do is the one I'm in, and do all what I need to do to kind of tidy things up. There are a few CPEs that are not being used anymore that are in the hold account, and one is in a location where there's no RV. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that equipment and remove it from UISP and set it to the side, and and install it somewhere else. Just clean up the network itself, not just let equipment just stay there and not being used when it can be utilized somewhere else. I think, let's see, there's one park, two, maybe 3 out of 13 that I will not be needing to remove equipment. One, because there's no equipment put in there yet as CPEs because it's the new park. One park, I have already gone through there and removed the equipment. There was only like 3 in there. One park, it's only like 12, 14 spots in there, and I'm probably pretty much going to leave all of them there since it's a small park, because it'd be easier just to leave it there, because where I got it actually installed, it don't matter what size RV come in there, they can park a 18-wheeler trailer there and the CPE is still going to be above the top of the trailer or the RV, whatever they park there. So I can just turn it on remotely. And then another RV park, I'm pretty much going to take, I think that one has 11 spots in there. They had 10 and they put in there lot 2B. So there's actually 11 in there. I'm converting that over to all fiber. I was going to do that at the end of this month, but things have changed. I'm going out of town. So probably when I get back in May, I'm going to be gone probably 7-10 days. It's only, down in Florida itself, so it's not that far. It's only like 8-10 hours, somewhere like that. Just a good Sunday afternoon drive. And be down there for a few days, and he's getting ready to start a new park. So I get to see it from scratch for the whole setup. But I'm going to be removing all the non-used equipment out of the parks that it's not going to be used. I'll be going to the new RV park, and I got to install Wi-Fi in the home where we have our backhaul connection at. So he can actually discontinue his own internet connection, because we're going to provide him actual internet wherever he needs it. There's nothing that I'll be doing in the new park because there's nobody in there yet. The fiber splice that I have put in the ground in the little pedestal, so far it has not dropped out, but it has not rained either. I want to see if it's going to actually hold up to the weather itself with the rock and all that I have put in it, and see if it's going to actually hold. They said it's supposed to rain possibly in the next 7 days. See if the weatherman's changed his mind or not. Let me see if it's gonna. It's supposed to rain a little bit today, but I saw a mist, not even enough to run the windshield wipers. Now next Sunday, next time they call him for. Let's see. Let me get to that location. Yeah, the next time it says it's probably going to rain is next Sunday. And it says 99%. Or is it no? Let's see, 99%. What is that? Humidity? These little symbols they use. I got to see which one that is. Humidity, and then the rain is just a little teardrop. Let's see which one it actually shows. Yeah, it's 99% humidity and only 50% rain, so it may not. And then Monday of that same week, only 30%. And then again, Thursday, not 39%. So pretty much not really much rain for the rest of the month, even to really test it out. It's going to be nice weather, though. 85 and stay in the 60s at night. But only time will tell if that's actually going to hold up, which I think it will, because I looked at other pedestals, that the big square ones, it's like 3 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot deep, how they actually install them. And I pretty much done the same thing, which after I thought about how they built it, I could see why, with the rock and all. Water kind of trickles right on through it, don't actually keep it moisture around the splice itself. Still looking to get the APs on the bathhouses up and running. I got to install one more box, and I got to put the J pole up on that one as well, and run the wires and get the power to it, program it, which I got all the equipment. I just haven't stopped long enough to get out there since it's gotten warmer weather. Cold weather and wind blowing next to the ocean and the wind blowing up on the roof. No, that's not for me. It never has. Even when I was, a teenager in my 20s, if I get in the wind, my head would be stopped up and miserable, and I can't do nothing. And it's still that way even till today. Back in January and February, I tried to get up there and do some, and I spent maybe half a day, 4 hours maybe, wind blowing, and I got up the very next morning with a head cold. I couldn't do nothing. I spent the next 2 days taking NyQuil or Dayquil and drinking coffee and watching videos. That's no fun. I'm not going to put myself in that predicament anymore. At one park, I'll be installing some CPEs and routers in 3 locations that they have set up for short-term stay. Most RV parks that I have, it's like for a month, 2 months, 6 months, usually a season, like 4 or 5 months. They have a few, I think 4 spots where they you can come and just stay for the weekend. So I got to set it up, and it's the one at the lake, which is an hour and a half drive. I want to set it up so when they contact me, I can get the information, sit right here, and actually set them up with Wi-Fi. And I'm trying to figure out a way to set up the new RV park the same way. So if somebody pulls in, I can do it remotely. That's only an hour drive, but still, try to set it up so I don't have to actually go there. It would be nice if I can actually run fiber, which that's not completely off the table. Because I did mention it to him one time and he didn't say no. But he was so busy of getting all the red tape to get the park open, so I may revisit that subject and see what we can do. Be wireless and some section, like maybe the first row run fiber to all of them to be the main ones. I don't know, but we'll see what we can do if that comes about. But if it is, you'll see a video of it. I'll be testing. As I mentioned earlier, I got to figure out exactly where the fiber is that I buried in the part where I'm actually got my RV. And I have underground wire finder. Take that part right there, take the red and clamp it on the messenger wire on the fiber or Ethernet. As long as you have no power to the wire that you're testing, and then go and dangle this, which I don't really like the way it's designed, but for the price they had and the reviews, I couldn't pass it up. I'm thinking I'm going to get me a piece of PVC pipe and actually have this on the end instead of having this wire, because letting this wire just dangle like this and going back and forth like this right here, it's just going to eventually break that wire. And I don't like that. I think I'm going to get this and put it on a piece of PVC, measure exactly how thick this is, and maybe just slide it right through a piece of PVC pipe and let it just dangle out, and I hold the pipe and actually go back and forth, make a wand out of it. Not physically attach this to it, but actually stick it through and let it go all the way to the other end and make it, maybe the PVC will be having this dangling out the end maybe, and I can actually hold the PVC pipe here. Rig up something that keeps this wire from just going back and forth and break this wire right here. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Now, of course, I can hold it this way, but still, it's got to suede. Figure out something to keep it from breaking the wire. Make it more longevity of, without breaking the wire. But I'm gonna find the wire with it. So far on the wires that I've tested it on, which is just curled up, and I unwound some of it just to get it away from the coil that's rolled up to see exactly if it works, and it works real well. And I'll actually be using this tomorrow because I got to find that fiber that I've already ran in the ground. And in the new park, I'll probably be using it too, because he wants to put up speed limit signs. And it just happened that when you come into the RV park and go through the gate, right there on the right is where the fiber line is. And he wants to put some posts down and put signs and, speed limit signs and whatever else. And he wants to be sure he don't hit the fiber. So he asked me if I had a way to find the fiber. And I was like, no, but that means pretty much you telling me that I need to buy another toy to play with. He said, well, I guess you could look at it that way. I said, that's fine by me. So we're going to go look for that when I get to that park. Oh. Okay. I'm still in the process of changing all of the Edge Router X routers to the UISP routers, regardless if I need, more speed or not. I just like the interface of the UISP routers. Plus, it gives me more speed when you have it doing all the traffic shaping and all that. It just works. And also, it has the fiber connection on the router and the switch. And the new RV park, I took advantage of that, and it works just wonderful. Exactly the way I love to have it to work in more locations. The new carrying tray that I brought and put in the back of the car to make it more easier to switch from WISP, catering, grocerying, or camping seems to be working quite well. I am 95% happy with it. The downfall that I see so far that may give trouble is the Velcro design. Inside, if you take all these sections out, the Velcro, it does not go up and down from top to bottom where you can put partitions in. The partition itself has has Velcro from top to bottom. But on the inside of where you're going to put that, the fiber actually goes this way. It's got like a strip up here and a strip down here. So you got a section that you put in this way, and you got Velcro that goes that way. So this whole piece of Velcro on this divider is this way, and it's only going to touch maybe a square inch up here and down here. So it's not really much connecting. If they had the Velcro going up and down on the inside, then it's the whole divider will be attached from top to bottom, not just two little points. That's the only drawback I see of the design. But so far it's holding, but I can see where that Velcro is going to eventually let loose, and it's not going to stay attached. I would put a screw through it, but then I have the point of the screw. Maybe a real long pop rivet. Then I have to go get pop rivets and pop rivet gun and stuff, which is no big deal. But if I can find some kind of way to permanently attach the dividers where they are to the outside of the tray, then probably the issue would be resolved. That's the only downfall I see in the design. I know they didn't design it to hold all the stuff that I got for a long period of time. It was mainly what the pictures I saw was like groceries, something that's going to go in it and come back out of it, and not a permanent setup. But we'll see over time how it actually holds up. But that's all I really have is in this podcast. I thank for each and every one of you come by, all the ones that watch the videos, whether it's live or after, and all the ones that I've put up, and all the ones I've already got scheduled to go up. I think I got them scheduled all the way through June now, 2 per week. So you got plenty of videos that's coming up, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. So I want to thank each and all that is watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and all the ones that are subscribing to the channel. It really gets the algorithm to push it out to new people, maybe get them to come over and enjoy the content I'm putting up. But for now, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to get me some more coffee, sit here and watch some more videos. Get ready for tomorrow. I got to get the things into the car. I got to get the roll of fiber. It's getting kind of chilly out there. It's supposed to get in the 40s. It's crazy. It was 80 something today. Now it's going to get down to the 40 something, like 46, 47 for 2 nights. And then it's going to start going back up. That's North Carolina for you. But I will see you hopefully next week for the next podcast. But enjoy the videos throughout the week until I get back to the next podcast. Thank you and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you then.